Hi, I'm Associate Professor Jane Oliaro and I'm a scientist at the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre in Melbourne. I run a research laboratory which is focused on understanding why people respond or don't respond to immunotherapy, and I'm also the Chief Scientist for the Centre of Excellence in Cellular Immunotherapy, where we are focused on developing new cellular immunotherapy products to be tested in clinical trials. Our research project is really focused on improving outcomes of CAR T-cell therapy for patients with blood cancer. CAR T-cell therapy works by taking immune cells from a patient and modifying them in the laboratory so that they're armed to recognise and kill the cancer cells in the patient. CAR T-cell therapy works really well for patients with lymphoma, but unfortunately not all patients respond, so only about half of our patients will have a complete response to this therapy. For multiple myeloma, the proportion of patients that respond is quite high, but often these patients will relapse because the CAR T-cells become exhausted and they don't work very well in the body after a while. Or sometimes the cancer cells start to evade the immune system. So what we're trying to do with this project is find a way to improve the number of patients that respond, but also that duration of response. And we're doing that by testing whether if we incorporate a small molecule cancer drug with the CAR T-cell therapy, whether that will boost the responses and the duration. And the reason we think that this might work is we've done some studies to show that this drug not only improves the activity of the CAR T-cells in the patient and helps them to last longer, but it also makes the cancer cells sensitive to a factor that the CAR T-cells secrete in the patient. So ultimately, what we hope to do is show that this combination therapy, which is a new and pretty exciting therapy, we hope to show that this will improve the number of patients that respond, for one thing, but also so that the patients remain disease-free for longer or are completely cured. And ultimately, we want to have our patients come in, have their CAR T-cell therapy and walk away cured and never have to come back to Peter Mac. We are delighted and grateful to the Snowdome Foundation and the Leukemia Foundation, who in collaboration with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of the US have funded this research and recognise the impact that it might have on patients with blood cancer. Through this funding, what this means is that my team can get this work done faster and we can test this combination therapy so that it can move into clinical trials as fast as we can. And ultimately, that's going to improve outcomes for blood patients, not just in Australia, but globally.